Post Office Guide Part 1 MCQs. This quiz is meant for GDS or MTS to Postman examination, GDS MTS Postman to PA examination, or GDS to MTS IPO examination and PS Group B exam. Let us start. First question. Who is the chairman of the Postal Services Welfare Board? A. Minister of Communications and IT. B. Secretary Post. C. Director General Post. D. Member Personnel. It is the Minister of Communications and IT. The next question is, who is the chairman of Investment Board, Postal Services Board in the Department of Post? Is it Secretary Post, Member PLI, DG Post, Member Operations? The answer is Member PLI. Member PLI is considered as the Investment Board Chairman in Postal Services Board. Identify who is the President of Postal Directorate Staff Welfare Board. Minister of Communications and IT, Secretary Post, DG Post, Member Personnel. The answer is Secretary Post. Who is the Chairman of Postal Service Board? Minister of Communications and IT, Secretary Post, DG Post, Member Personnel. The answer is Secretary Post. Who is the Executive Vice Chairman of Postal Service Staff Welfare Board? The answer is Secretary Post. Who is competent to extend the working hours of night post office and up to what time? Is it head of the circle 8:30 p.m., head of the region up to 9 p.m., DG Post 8:30, head of the division up to 9 p.m.? The answer is DG Post up to 8:30 p.m. The minimum amount of check accepted by the post office is it 500, 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees? The answer is 50 rupees. We know that the minimum amount of deposit is 50, hence this is pegged at 50 rupees. When the last day for payment of any postal dues or for receipt of sums due from the post office falls on Sunday or post office holiday, the last day for such a transaction would be taken as the last working day, next working day, next immediate day, none of the above. Answer is next working day. What is the fee for redirection of inland parcels? 50% value of the postage, 75% value of postage stamp. Redirection of parcel is free, 100% of value of postage. Answer is 50% of value of postage. The authority to whom the complaint should be addressed in a first class head post office in a postal division. Is it the sub postmaster, postmaster in charge, senior superintendent of post office subdivision, subdivision head? It is the postmaster in charge. The authority to whom the complaint should be addressed in a postal division. Is it the sub postmaster, postmaster, superintendent of post offices of the division or subdivision head? It is the superintendent of post offices of the division. If the sender does not pay the unpaid postage due on an article that has been refused by the addressee, what is the course of action to be taken? Answers are: article may be sent to RLO. B. Impose fine under Post Office Act on the sender, and the post office has further the power of withholding any article addressed to him not being on IGS until such charge be paid or recovered. Recovery can be made under RR Act. Articles pertaining to him will not be booked in any post office henceforth. The answer is B. That is, a fine will be imposed on the sender under Post Office Act, and the post office will further withhold the articles pertaining to him until he pays the due amount. If the senders of the returned articles owing to either unclaimed or refused cannot be found, the article will be A. Kept in deposit for 7 days, again to see if the sender changes his mind. B. Sent to RLO. C. Destroyed in the presence of witness locally, sent to divisional office for further disposal. The answer is sent to RLO. What is the security deposit that is to be deposited for posting of registered newspapers without prepayment of postage? 1 month's postage. B. 2 months postage. C. 3 months postage. D. No security is required. It is 1 month's postage. Postage restante may not be used for more than 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. It is answer is 3 months. What is the penalty for breach of condition in respect of postal article reposted after having been opened or reposted at any place other than the place at which it is delivered? Answers: A. It will be treated as postal article posted for the first time and charged with postage accordingly. B. Double the redirection fees will be charged. C. Redirection fees will be charged. D. Double the postage will be charged. The answer is it will be treated as a postal article posted for the first time and charged with the postage accordingly. Which of the following statements are correct? Free redirection of any inland postal article is permissible if an unregistered article delivered by an agent of the addressee, the article has not been opened and has been either returned to the postman or reposted at the place of delivery. A registered article redirected by agent of the addressee, the article has not been opened and has been returned to the postman at the place of delivery with the receipt unsigned if the head of the circle issues an order to that extent. The options given are statement. Here you have to observe that which of the following statements is correct. So answers are A 1, 2, 3, B 2 and 3 only, C 1 and 3, D 1 and 2. Here the answer is 1, 2 and 3. All the statements are correct. Which of the following statements are correct? No redirection fee for redirection within India will be charged on inland parcels. 1. Addressed to troops if the original addressee. 2. If the original address and substituted address are within the delivery area of the same post office. 3. If the original address and substituted address are within the delivery area of the same post town. See the options which of the following statements are correct. Given are A 1 and 2 only, B 2 and 3 only, C 1 and 3 only, D 1, 2 and 3. The answer is 1, 2 and 3. All of these statements are correct. Identify the incorrect statement with regard to the redirection of an article. A postal article cannot be delivered by the post office to which it is addressed, owing to the addressee being elsewhere, may be redirected free of charge. Second one, if a postal article or notice of arrival has once been tendered to the addressee by the post office, it will not be redirected to his address elsewhere. 3. A postal article can be intercepted and redirected while in transit. 4. A postal article can only be redirected at the post office to which it is addressed. The options are A 1, 2, 3, 4 are incorrect. Here you are asked to identify the incorrect statement. So which of the following statements is wrong according to you? So the answers given are 1, 2, 3, 4. That means all these are incorrect. B is 1 and 4 only are incorrect. C is 1, 3 only incorrect. D is none of these is incorrect. The answer is only 3 is incorrect. That is, a postal article can be intercepted and redirected while in transit. While in transit, it cannot be redirected. So it is incorrect. Next one is a postage resident VP article is kept in post office to which it is addressed for a period of not exceeding 7 days, 15 days, 1 month, 3 months. The answer is 7 days. A postage resident article except VP is kept in post office to which it is addressed for a period not exceeding. It is not a VP article. A postage resident article can be kept in post office for a period of 1 month. All the articles superscribed to be kept till called for to await arrival or any similar way, and all articles addressed to post office are held to fall under the head redirected article, postage resident article, messenger articles, recall of article. It is postage resident. The validity of identification cards issued by post office to the members of public to establish identity in connection with postal transactions are for a period of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years or permanent. The answer is 3 years. Who is the competent authority to issue an approval for a delivery of insured articles and payment of money orders addressed to the students of educational institutions to the head of institution on executing indemnity bond on a stamped paper? Is it Superintendent of Post Offices, Postmaster General, Assistant Postmaster Delivery at Post Office, or CPMG? The answer is Chief Postmaster General. Who is the competent authority to issue an approval for delivery of registered articles and parcels addressed to students of educational institutions to the head of institution? Is it Superintendent of Post Offices? B. Postmaster General. C. CPMG. D. Assistant Postmaster Delivery in a head post office. It is C. Postmaster General. The weight of parcel above which will be delivered only at the post office window is 5 kg, 7 kg, 10 kg, 20 kg. It is 10 kg. Any parcel beyond 10 kg, it will be delivered only at the post office window. It will not be taken for delivery. The article addressed to deceased person can be delivered to A. all of these, B. any near relative of the deceased who may have applied for them in case no counter claim or likelihood of dispute. See, any near relative of deceased who may have applied for them in case do not appear to contain any valuable property, or any near relative of deceased who may have applied for them in case of uninsured articles. The answer is all of the above. That means in all these cases the article can be delivered when it is addressed to a deceased person. A parcel which does not exceed 10 kg in weight will be issued for delivery, none of these, twice, continuously for 7 days, or once. The answer is once. Which of the following is incorrect in case of delivery of parcel less than 10 kg? None of the above. A notice of arrival will be issued at the delivery through postman for taking delivery from the post office. It will not be issued again in case it is not delivered for any reason on the first instance. It will be issued for delivery only once. All these options are correct. So here the question is which of the following is incorrect. So there is nothing as incorrect. The answer will be none of the above. None of the above is incorrect. All are correct. Which of the following is incorrect in case of delivery of parcels above 10 kgs? The answer is A. It will be delivered only at the post office window. B. A notice of arrival will be issued at delivery through postman for taking delivery from post office. C. The parcel will be returned as unclaimed if it is not claimed beyond 7 days from the post office window. D. None of these. The answer is none of these. That means all of the three options given are correct. What is the amount beyond which an article insured for should be delivered only at post office window? An intimation of arrival being sent by post office to the addressee. Is it 200, 500, 1000 rupees or 5000? The answer is 500. When an insured article issued for delivery is not accepted by the addressee, it will not be sent out for second time. An intimation of its arrival will be made over to him and the article will be delivered at the post office on presentation of intimation. In such a case, if the addressee of the insured article after an intimation of its arrival has been delivered omits to take delivery of the article within the time specified in the intimation, it will be returned to sender as unclaimed, refused, intimated, none of the above. It is treated as refused. What is the amount to be recovered on VP article beyond which should be delivered only at the post office window? An intimation of arrival being sent by post office to the addressee. Is it 200, 500, 100 or 1000? It is 500. Customs duty to be recovered on articles beyond which will be delivered at post office window, duly sending intimation to the addressee for an amount beyond 200, 500, 1000 or 2000. The answer is 500. Who is the competent authority to issue orders for making arrangements of overvalue articles like VP insured articles at no delivery post offices? Is it PMG, sub SDH, Superintendent of Post Offices, Assistant Postmaster, Delivery in Head Post Office? The answer is Superintendent of Post Offices. Which of the following statements are correct? The Indian Post Office is exempted by law from all responsibility in case of 1. Loss, misdelivery, or delay of or damage to any postal article in course of transmission by post. 2. Wrong payment or delay in payment by the Foreign Postal Administration of money order issued in India. Options given are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. 1 and 2, D. None of these. The answer is 1 and 2. 1 and 2 statements are correct. Post box, post bag renting. So this is the question related to post bags and post bag renting. What is the amount charged for a renter of a post box for a financial year 2019-20 when he takes a post box on rent in December 2019? The answer is A. Options are A. 150, B. 200, C. 250, D. 100. The answer is 100. Here only for one post box. What is the amount charged for a renter for both post box and post bag for the financial year 1920 when he takes the post bag and post bag on rent in 2019? The answer is 160 or 80 or 100 or 250. The answer is 160. Which of the following statements is incorrect with regard to a renting of post box, post bag? 1. The period of rental of a post box commences from the first day of the month in which the post box is allotted. 2. The period of renewal of rental commences from the first day of the month immediately succeeding the period of previous rental. 3. If the lock and key are not surrendered by the renter to the postmaster within 15 days of expiry of the period of rent or renting of box is not renewed within the aforesaid period, the deposit will be forfeited. In this question, they have asked which of the following statement is incorrect. So we have to first identify which of the following statements are correct and see which are not correct. The answer is none of these is correct. What is the amount charged for a renter of postal bag for the financial year 2019-20 when he takes a post bag on rent into June 2019? A. 250, B. 200, C. 240, D. 150. The answer is 150. What is the amount charged for renter of both post box and post bag for a financial year 2019-20 when he takes a post box and post bag on rent in June 2019? Options A 250, B 320, C 240, D 150. The answer is 250. Identify the amount charged for a renter of both post box and post bag for the financial year 2019-20 when he takes a post bag and post bag on rent in August 2019. The given options are A 160, B 80, C 240, D 150. The answer is 240. Unless renewed within the time, the instructions received from addressee authorizing the post office to deliver the articles or pay money order to persons other than themselves should be treated as lapsed after a time limit of 3 years, 2 years, 1 year or 5 years. The answer is 3 years. The rule number that provides for messenger service in delivering inland registered article or money order is Rule 60 of PO Guide Part 2, Rule 60 of PO Guide Part 1, Rule 120 of PO Guide Part 1, Rule 120 of PO Guide Part 2. The answer is Rule 60 of PO Guide Part 1. So these are the PO Guide Part 1 MCQs for the classes 1 to 95. This is useful for all examinations in the Department of Post. Do subscribe to Career Post for getting the latest video. Click the bell icon. Thank you.